San Martino.
And welcome to 302 Sports. We are back live from Caravel Academy for tonight's softball game. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasanti also here with us. He's our special guest here, third on the mic for this number 1 versus number 2 matchup, Mike Lang. And Mike, we got Caravel and Appoquinimink now, your new number 2 team coming into this week.
Yeah, quite a difference week makes here at Caravel.
Yeah,
Nick,
absolutely.
you and Jason were here last week for Caravel and the previous number 1, Delaware Military Academy, a 3-2 Caravel win. They stole one, almost literally, in the bottom of the 7th inning. Much more pleasant. Tonight I was not here, but I was at the Indian River game here, and that was not quite as cold as last week, but it was chilly. It's nice to finally get out and see some games. I was out at Appoquinimink High School today watching Salesianum and Appo baseball. It was just a beautiful day, and it's been a beautiful night. Talked to the girls. They're excited and ready to go, and this should be a good one with some great pitching.
Absolutely, and you could say great pitching again is tonight for Caravel. Savannah Sheets, who pitched in last Thursday's matchup against DMA, the 3-2 win that Mike was talking about earlier. And tonight we get to see, or at least I get to see for the first time in person, Courtney McNatt, who's supposed to be something else here on the mound for Appoquinimink as well.
Sophomore left-hander. She throws hard, and she'll strike out 10 or 11 a game. She's an up-and-coming pitching star. There are several in the state. We mentioned on our 302 Sports Weekly several times we've mentioned Tegan Bradley from Mount Pleasant. You have Courtney McNatt. Sheets, I think, is a senior, so she's certainly not new to the game here, but just a lot of good pitching here in Delaware. Caitlin Pontac, a senior from Newark Charter. Tony Browning from Wilmington Charter. Just a lot of girls who can throw the ball. It's fun to watch. It makes softball a lot of fun. And
Caravel in last Thursday's game dealt with a left-hander for the first time, so we'll be seeing another lefty tonight, Delaney Sheehan, who held him scoreless, like Mike you were talking about, for 6.5 innings until that bottom of the 7th 3-run explosion from that led with the Nikki Marcone home run to left field. So we might see some more of that tonight. She's got some power for the Buccaneers. So Ryan, what do you think we're going to see here tonight?
I think you're going to see good pitching matchups against good offensive lineups, and you're going to see some power come too. I would look for Courtney McNatt, like you said, to strike out in double digits in this game.
Double-digit strikeouts.
Pretty bold there,
first.
Huh?
You heard it there first. Our analysts.
She's normally up around somewhere around 10 a game. So yeah.
I mean, I look back at a couple of her games, and all I've seen is double-digit strikeouts. So we know this girl can pitch.
We got the Caravel. I don't know what this is. It's like leapfrog over there, up and down there. The coaches are not going to be squatting down. They might not get back up. When you get old like me, Nick, once you get down, squat down. You know, when I coached softball to warm up my pitchers, I had to basically sit on the Home Depot bucket.
And we're going to take a short break for the national anthem. When we come back, number 1 versus number 2. All right, we are back here live, just moments away from first pitch here live from Caravel Academy for another great softball matchup here live on 302 Sports. A number one versus number 2 matchup. And Mike, how often is it that you have two number 1 versus number 2 matchups in 2 weeks?
Yeah, and dating back, Indian River was, I can't remember what they were ranked. They weren't number 2, but they were 3 or 4 when they played here. So Caravel plays a great schedule. So yeah, it's a special treat when we get to see this high caliber competition. By the way, was that your cousin on the national anthem? That was a fantastic rendition.
If so, she's been practicing. I haven't heard her in a while, but yeah.
Name is Allie, right?
Yeah, I had to be Allie. Sounded just like her.
Sounded just like Allie. She came out and said hi before the game. So we are in the meat of the season.
Yep.
You know, we got the 15th or so is the end of the regular season for most of the spring sports, right in that general vicinity. And then, so this is the end of April. May 1st is coming up next Tuesday.
Yeah,
so
wow.
we'll have 2.5 weeks to go. All these rainouts and cold outs we've had. There's going to be a lot of baseball and softball played in the next few weeks.
Next Wednesday being a big day on 302 Sports also.
Salesianum and St. Mark's at Frawley Stadium. That's going to be a home game for the Spartans. They just played last week, an extra inning win for St. Mark's. Salesianum went 8 innings today at Appo, and they snuck out of there with a 4-2 win. They had 1 hit through 6 innings off of Jared Weglars of Appo. Put some hits together in the 7th, took a 2-1 lead, gave up an unearned run in the bottom of the 7th. Appo came back and tied it, and then the Sals win it in the top of the 8th. They scored 2 runs. And there was a suicide squeeze. And the throw to first, the ball was thrown past first base. So the run that was being squeezed and scored. And then when the ball got behind the first baseman, the second runner, Zach Wynn, came in to score. And that was 4-2. And they brought in John Baker, and he threw a 1-2-3 8th inning for the save for Salesianum. So that's their 6th win of the year. 1 win closer to meeting the qualifications to get into the playoffs. We need to be 9-9 this year. You guys talked about that
on the show on Wednesday night, if they might be able to, with that tough schedule, try to maintain that playoff availability. But now the Caravel has taken the field here as we are set. Savannah Sheets on the mound for the Buccaneers. As Appo's going to get it started, Andrea Johnson will be the first batter for the Jaguars. And that one low to get it going here, so a 1-0 count here to start for Johnson.
Secret for both pitchers tonight, keep the ball in the park. 2 big hitting teams. The fence is 206 down the line, 208 in center field, and 210 to Leonard Evans. So they can reach that. And we see Nikki Marcone hit the ball way out of here.
Yeah, with 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah. And that pitch from Sheets a little bit inside, so 3-0 count here to start for Johnson. Or excuse me, 2-1 looked like the second pitch must have gotten in there for a strike. So 2-1 to Johnson, and this pitch from Sheets.
I guess it was 3 balls.
I say it was 3 balls. Looked like I had the scoreboard beat there for it. We'll take it. As Andrea Johnson going to be able to get on with the walk there. And I believe, like you said, like 4 pitches, so Savannah Sheets trying to settle in here early. A little bit of, we talked about different conditions than the ones she was pitching in last week, as we're sitting out here in some beautiful weather here in Bavaria, Delaware.
Yeah, and when Indian River was up here a few weeks ago, a game we did, they scored 2 runs in the first inning, and then they scored they may have done. They got 10 runs in that game by Caravel. And his DMA last week also had a lead for most of the game. So Caravel, no stranger to being behind. Just not really far behind.
And now it's Taylor Vitola for the Jags, the shortstop, second in the lineup. She comes up in a 1-1 early count to her with Johnson on first.
Yeah, and you see Courtney Brobst at third base. She's way in. Vitola's been one of the slap hitters, almost like a sacrifice type here. And she did show a bunt there.
I believe she pulled off on that one. 2-1 now the count for Vitola. So here's the 2-1 pitch from Sheets. Looked a little bit low there. So a 3-1 count now as Savannah Sheets looking to avoid her second straight walk.
A good crowd out here tonight.
Yeah.
The weather and these schools only about 15 minutes apart from each other. And you know what I discovered? It's a lot easier to get to Caravel from Appo High School than from North Wilmington. There was no traffic coming up here from Appo. No, the other direction, it's not easy to get here.
No, oh yeah, it can get built. Yeah, it can get built up, especially around 5, 6 o'clock. And again, thanks for joining us here live on 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Ryan Colasanti, Leonard Evans. The whole crew coming out as that pitch a little bit low. Again, Savannah Sheets still struggling to find that strike zone here early. So another walk for her. That's back-to-back walks. We'll put Taylor Vitola on first. So Vitola on first, Johnson on second. And that brings up Mallory Weir, the catcher.
Yeah, these two, their next few hitters can really pop. Weir and Miller are big hitters. So they have a great opportunity here to get some early separation. There's a called strike.
So she's there getting ahead in the count here early, something she couldn't do for the last two batters in 0-1.
Hope I don't need my jacket. I have one in the car, but that's a long walk.
I didn't bring. I just got the sweatshirt. That's all I'm rocking with today. The pitch from Sheets. Thought about it, as Weir thought about swinging on that one. Decided to hold back. So good decision there. 1-1 now the count.
So, Ryan, what time's that NFL draft start tonight?
That starts at 8.
8 o'clock, and then we'll have Ryan here. He'll be our draft analyst. He'll be talking about the picks. So if we're still live here, I'm sure we will be around 8 o'clock Eastern.
Saquon Barkley at 1.
That's just some insider information from Ryan Colasanti as the 2-1 count to Weir. And here's the pitch. Knocked over to the third base. Brope's going to get it. She's going to make the force out play at third for the first out of the inning for the Bucks, and they'll get one, and first and second remain.
Yeah, she's playing in front of the bag, and that was a key, because if she's playing back, Johnson gets in there. As it is, she just beat her by half a step to third base. That's a big out, because it was the lead runner. And there's another one. That one's foul.
That one chopped foul for Brooke Miller, the first baseman. You talked about her, Mike. You said the power, and these next couple hitters, something to look out for.
Yeah, Brooke's got some height and some power. She can really hit.
So Sheets able to get ahead in the count here.
I think what we need, Nick, is the traveling 302 press box.
Yeah, right. Is this one's lasered down the third baseline again. Appo starting to make contact that way. That one fouled off, so that now puts the count 0-2. As we said, that ball's now swung on to second base. Going to be fielded. Nice tag attempt there, and she got her. Great play there by the second baseman.
That was good recognition, too, to see the runner coming across.
Is it?
So it was Natalie Paoli.
So, I'm sorry, Ron, what was that you were saying?
Yeah, that was good recognition. By second baseman there, see the runner coming up there and dive for it and make a great play.
Umpire had a good angle to see that one too, Ryan. He was able to make the correct call. That was not an easy play. And if he's standing over by first base, there's a chance he doesn't see that tag.
That's very true.
So that'll bring up Alicia Bruce, the left fielder.
Yeah, your first and third, 2 outs. I believe there are 2 strikes. Nick.
Yeah, 0-2 the count here for Sheets. That one outside to 1-2. But these last couple batters, Sheets has been able to get ahead in the count. And that's led to a few outs here. So now runners on the corners for Bruce. And Sheets looking to get out of this inning. That one low as well. So now 2-2 to even up the count. So Appo getting some base runners here at the top of the first inning, putting the pressure on Sheets. Here's the pitch. And
she's missing low. I think what we're saying, you know, she knows that these girls can hit. Keep that ball low. You keep it in the park, and that's the important thing here. You know, a single on the ground scores 1 run. A fly ball it gets out of here. That's a 3-run, and there's strike
on the full
3,
count. Gets her to go on that one for the strikeout. That gets her out of the inning. So Caravel, no damage done. They leave, and Appo able to leave some runners on. We're going to take a quick break when we come back. Bottom of the first action here, live from Caravel.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local
And we are back here live from Caravel Academy. Nick Alcindrini, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasanti, Jason Mitchell, and Leonard Evans with 302 Sports Crew. Here on tap for this matchup between two unbeaten teams, number 1 ranked Caravel and number 2 ranked Appo. And Appo getting some base runners on and really threatening to do some damage there in the first, but Sheets able to get out of it.
Yeah, I think she struggled a little bit, like you said, with her control. A couple fielders' choices, some nice plays out defensively for Caravel. And she rebounded and got Bruce on that kind of an excuse me swing there at the end of the inning. So Savannah Sheets is a veteran, and she doesn't get too worried about falling behind and getting some runners on base.
Able to battle back nicely there in that top of the first inning. Getting ahead in the counts being one of the most important things for her there. And that'll be Caravel's first swing at it here in the bottom of the first. It'll be, I believe, Bree Bryan, and is the shortstop. We know what she can do. She's very quick.
She is speedy.
We saw DMA play Nikki Elliott, the second baseman, all the way in. Appo kind of doing something similar with their second baseman as well.
They're in second and third. The shortstop is back. Shortstop is Taylor Vitola. Andrea Johnson in at third base, and the second baseman, Madison Barley is in at second.
So that first pitch just missing, so a 1-0 count to get this one started. As we get to take a look here at Courtney McNatt. We talked about her a lot, and now we're getting to see her here. A very talented pitcher for Appoquinimink.
Yeah, like I said, I had a chance to see her at Archman, and I was really impressed.
That one swung on by Bryant. Foul territory. It'll head out of play. No attempt there.
Sent it off the opposite field, so maybe that speed's something they haven't seen from some of the other pitchers they faced this year.
So McNatt now heading the count 1-2 to Bree Bryant. And here's the pitch. That one tried to get her to go high. She swings and fouls it off back behind the plate. It'll remain 1-2.
Another busy night at Caravel. It's always seems to be a busy night here at Caravel. There's called. Strike 3.
And there she is, Courtney McNatt with her first strikeout, Ryan. You said double digits. 1 for 1 so far. Bree Bryant unable to get out of that one. As McNatt's showing us what she's got early.
Double digits, I called it.
Hey, there he is.
So that'll bring up Natalie Paoli, the second baseman. And McNatt's first pitch to her, right down the middle for a strike.
Now, you mentioned they played against a lefty last week with DMA with Delaney Sheehan. And you don't see too many left-handed pitchers in high school softball, so Caravel has seen a lefty, which you would think would help them out tonight, but we'll see.
She's really firing it in there here early. As now already ahead in the count to Paoli, 0-2.
We had a little fun with Courtney before the game. She was down here warming up, and we didn't want to put any pressure on her. The 302 jinx.
As that one is fouled off by Paoli. So 0-2 still the count. Is McNatt looking for her second straight strikeout. We'll see what she decides to draw up here. 0-2. And here's her pitch. Tried to get her to go high again. Paoli able to lay off it.
She doesn't change speeds much. She might change height and angles, but she pretty much throws the ball hard. every time.
So the 1-2,
Oh,
there it is. There's a change
up
up
there. Yeah, like, she's making me look bad, but that's not hard to do. Nick, look at this crowd. They're all wrapped around the fence here today. And
we got people from other schools showing up, teams from other schools, baseball teams, Hudson Baseball making an appearance.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And here's McNatt. The pitch, that one's lasered down
Heads
the first
up.
baseline. It'll be out of play.
Oh,
And a good save over there.
well, the kid with the sunglasses, I think, would have made the play, but that guy got in the way. I think the baby had it lined up the whole time.
Yeah.
I tried to catch a foul ball today over at Appo and didn't go so well. Because I almost hit my camera. I almost broke my camera, but I would have had it.
So Pioli's still battling, and she's been fouling off the last couple pitches. She fouls another one off, this one back and over the backstop.
I'd like to thank the guys at Sal's. They gave me a little ice pack for my hand. It was starting to swell. So
Great hospitality over there.
Yeah, you know, I donated a little bit of money, very little.
1-2 pitch is driven in between left center field, but it's going to be reeled in by the center fielder for Appoquinimink.
Isabella Elzar.
Elzar makes the catch.
That was like a half swing.
Yeah,
and she
made
still
good
sent
contact.
almost to the warning track.
Yeah, great pop initially off the bat there.
Because it didn't look like she even took a full swing on that one.
Kind of like a Chase Utley half swing. So now it'll be 2 down for McNatt in the Jaguars here in the bottom of the first as Maddie Perez, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. The first pitch to her is right down the pipe again. Is that one she just lasered in there, Mike, for a strike.
Yeah, once she gets in a groove, and this happens to a lot of softball pitchers, and I expect Savannah Sheets to do the same thing. Starts getting those strikes going, it's like clockwork. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that pitch.
Great pitch from McNatt there, right at the eye level. Perez wanted it, swinging a miss. 0-2 now the count to her.
I think Ryan played the over on the over-under for strikeouts.
As Jason said, she's the real deal.
Just a
We're
sophomore.
seeing right here in the first
Look
inning.
at that.
Again with the high pitch.
Upstairs.
Got her to go. Looked like a little rise ball action out of Courtney McNatt, getting her to go. As that'll be 3 down here in the first. So after 1, Mike, McNatt looked really good. And 0-0 as we head to the second inning.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island.
And we are back here live on 302 Sports at Caravel Academy. Nick Allison Jr., Ryan Colasani, Mike Lang, Jason Witchell, and Leonard Evans. Another 1-2 matchup here in the world of Delaware softball. Caravel taking on Appoquinimink. And Appo threatened a little bit in the first inning, but Courtney McNatt on the mound. She looked dominant.
She was unbelievable with the heat she was bringing. Ryan, what are we doing tomorrow night on 302?
We got Padua versus Caravel girls soccer. It's gonna be one heck of a game.
That's right. The live action. Nick Allison Jr. and I have. Well, Nick's not going to be here, but we staked out our spots here for our tents.
Yeah.
And do you think anybody delivers to Caravel?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
It's only right down the street from Route 40.
Oh, yeah. They definitely do.
Maybe we get
I'll deliver to you. Don't worry
a
about it.
Mexican pizza tonight or something. Can't watch Phillies. They played this afternoon.
That's right.
Not on TV.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. I did not watch today because by the time I turned it on, it was already 6-0.
Yeah, it was when I turned it on, too. And Appo set to get back at it here in the top of the second inning. Savannah Sheets fires that one in low. So 1-1 count to start, and I believe it's Autumn Gentry.
It should be Autumn Gentry, yes.
So that pitch gets in there for a strike. So now 2-2 to count. That one looked a little bit high from here, but Gentry, a height on her up above average. So
Yeah, Appo,
Getting
they
in
have
the
a
strike
lot of height. That's a nice little poke.
That's a shot into center, and that's going to be reeled in.
Mackenzie
In
Brown
center
with that
field
catch.
by Mackenzie Brown.
Almost came in just a bit too far. Was able to stick that glove up and pull it in. It got an 8 from the Russian judge. And the batter will be Jillian Dawson. Just
Right
a
fielder.
freshman.
Yeah, freshman right fielder.
See a few freshmen on that roster for the Jags, including the next batter, Madison. I'm going to say Burley.
Madison Barley. Yeah,
Barley. That's my first initial thought was
Yeah,
that.
we'll just till we get Mr. and Mrs. Barley, if you're listening or if you're around us now, feel free to let us know via social media and
you
or
just come on out
personal, and or personal interaction out here in right field. Let us know. We'd really like that. As that pitch from Sheets is a little bit inside, so 1-0 here to get it started for Dawson. As Appo looking to get some more base runners on, they were able to do it in the first inning. As that pitch is nicely thrown in there by Sheets for a strike.
So she's having to work a little bit harder than McNatt thus far, but still zeros on the board.
And now the 1-1 pitch. A perfect placement again as I looked right on the inside corner. And now she's ahead in the count, 1-2. To Jillian Dawson, the freshman, probably playing in her first 1-2 matchup as she lasered at the second base. It's going to be picked up, fielded nicely by Natalie Paoli, and she's able to make the throw to first for the out. So 2 down here in the top of the second for the Bucks.
Kind of get that one off the end of the bat, just kind of the little squib look to it.
Mhm.
So the second baseman there, the Paoli, didn't have a lot of time on that one. It really wasn't moving very fast.
And that'll bring up the other freshman, like you said, Madison Barley, as that one is fired in there for a strike again. And she's looking to actually settling in a little bit here after maybe a couple batters. Took her a couple batters in the first inning, but looking good here. She's fires that one in a little bit outside.
Yeah, opened with the 2 walks. Got a couple outs on fielder's choices, which doesn't happen all that often with consecutive fielder's choices. And then, excuse me, wrapped up the first inning with a K. And 2 outs thus far in this inning, and there's another one fouled off. We see both right-handers and left-handers struggling to catch up with these pitches. Just a couple hard throwers.
So Barley now battling back, 1-2 the count to her. As Sheets gets into motion, the pitch.
Just inside.
And just missed inside, like you said, Mike, as you heard the oohs from the crowd over there. They might have been looking for a strike. That evens the count up here at 2-2. And now the pitch. That one just a little bit low. And now we have a full count here. 3-2 the count to the freshman, Madison Barley. Also the second baseman. You saw her make a play earlier. Now looking to get a hit here. 3-2 on Savannah Sheets. And looks like she got a little piece of her on that one. Did that hit her, or I don't know if it hit the plate. Either way, it'll be Madison Barley on first bases. She had a pretty good at-bat there, Mike, to battle against Savannah Sheets and able to get on base.
Ryan, why don't you give the score update?
Oh, it seems like we got baseball final. Looks like the Hawks beat Tatnall by a score of 16-0, and that looks like a great win for Archmere.
So they needed that one.
Yeah,
I think they dropped 2 straight.
always good to get back on track. As Isabella Eleazar, the center fielder, coming up for the Jaguars, as Barley will be on first base with 1 down. She has a strike on her. She slices it over to shortstop. Bree Bryant tags the base at second.
Nice play.
And a nice play by Bree Bryant. That'll get Savannah Sheets and the Bucks out of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the second. Still 0-0 here live from Caravel. We'll be right back with bottom of the second action on 302.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat.
And welcome back to 302 Sports. Nick Alcedrini, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasandi, Jason Winchell, and Leonard Evans are live for another great softball matchup. We've been very fortunate in recent weeks. A 1-2 matchup last Thursday. Now we're back with another 1-2 matchup this Thursday. Both having to do at Caravel. One very cold, today very beautiful. We could not be happier with the weather here today. And I know everybody out here at Caravel couldn't be either, as this place is packed. We've got people around the fence here, and people are everywhere.
This is great to see. I love the support for high school sports in Delaware. It doesn't matter which season it is. And there's another strike thrown by McNatt. Just like to see everybody out here. Ryan, we got a couple scores here. You're going to bring them to us?
Yep, we have
hang on a second there, Ryan. We're going to get you in and out of here. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
All right, we got a softball. We have a softball final here. Archmere wins by a score of 6-2 over William Penn. And a couple baseball finals, as we have Sally's winning over Appoquinimink 4-2 in 8 innings, and Conrad with a score of 15 over Newark with a score of 5.
So there you have it, some softball finals from around the state of Delaware. Thank you, Ryan. And now it's 2-1 count to Nikki Marcone, Mike, who was let off that 7th inning charge last Thursday with a solo shot to left center in what was a huge wind gust storm.
She's not that big, but boy, this girl's got some pop. Oh, we saw her hit a grand slam here. You saw her hit a solo shot here last week. No doubt about either one of them. And she's solid, and boy, can she hit. You see the left fielder's back a little bit. Not much room between the left fielder back there, Alicia Bruce, and the fence.
And the 3-2 pitch to her.
They just put her on, basically.
That one a little low. Put her on first, as that was a good battle there between McNatt and Marcone.
You don't want Marcone to beat you like that. But this girl, Courtney Brobst, also can hit.
Absolutely. We saw her last Thursday as well. So a man on, nobody out for Caravel as they're looking to get something started here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The pitch to Brobst is right down the middle for strike.
Johnson up at third base. A little bit surprised because of the power that Brooks has, but you can see how far back Bruce is in left field. Maybe she's expecting a bunt down there, but this is not. Oh, what do I know?
And that one bunted, but had some lift on it. McNatt's going to run, get it, make the play at first. No, as Brobst able to beat it out. So now runners on first and second for the Bucks. Nobody out.
I'm just going to go home because obviously I don't know anything. So I would not expect her to bunt. She turned it into a bunt single, had a little backspin on it. As it landed, it rolled away from the pitcher, McNatt. And you see first and second, nobody out.
And now Kayla Sobolak, the right fielder, steps up. She's going to show bunt, 2 men on, pulls back, but that one is fired in there by McNatt for another strike.
Yeah, and you may see shortstop Taylor Vitola running over to cover third. A little bit of kind of a wheel play here because you see the third baseman Johnson up. So somebody's got to cover third base, so that's a stolen base waiting to happen. There's a nice pitch.
McNatt with another pitch in there for a strike. So 0-2. Count to Sobolak with 2 runners on for the Bucks, first and second. As Marcone on second and Brooks on first. That one fouled off. So still 0-2 for Sobolak.
We're working on our picture here.
We're still good on audio, so we'll try to use on the pitch from McNatt. Is in there a little bit outside. It looks like we're going to even the count at 1-2. For Sobolak, the pitch from McNatt is sliced back behind the backstop.
We almost needed our artist in residence to draw the picture for us.
always prepared for technical difficulties here on 302.
Did you bring your 64 pack of crayons there, Ryan?
Oh, no. Now, you don't want me to draw. You want me to.
That one is the second pace. What a catch.
I think that's a double play.
That is.
And that's going to be, I believe, a double play, as that's a great catch at second base by Madison Barley, who we were just talking about, able to get on base for the Jaguars in the previous half inning there, making a nice catch and tag play to make the catch and also tag. Second is on the contact. Marcone was heading for third.
Yeah, we're at the wrong number here.
So that puts 2 down for the Jaguars, and now Brope's going to take off to first. And a nice throw there by Mallory Weir, but not going to get there in time as Brose was able to slide in under the tag.
That was a close one. That was a nice play. That could be a top play nominee there, that double plays. The second baseman for Appo, that would be Madison Barley, pulls that off of the dirt and recognizes that Brooks is no longer standing on the bag. She's halfway to third. And, Nikki Marconen gets her out on the easy play at second base with a great play there by Barley.
So still, though, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position for the Bucks. As that one must look like it missed, I guess, a little bit outside. So it's Amanda Stoll, I believe, now.
Yeah, more power here for Caravel.
For Caravel with a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. But Brobes, after that stolen base, is at second as McNatt fires that one in on the inside corner for a strike.
So they're able to get a runner in scoring position, but that was a tough play for Marcone to read that, and can't really blame her too much.
Good pitch there by McNatt. It's going to be popped up back behind the catcher, and that's going to be a great play by Mallory Weir to make the play behind the plate on the foul ball, and that gets the Jags out of the inning. So we'll head to the top of the third, 0-0, here live with 302 Sports. Back to 302 Sports here. We are live from Caravel Academy, number 1 versus number 2. 0-0 through 2 innings here as Savannah Sheets takes the mound again here, and the Bucks, that one inside for a ball. But Mike, a couple runners there this time for Caravel in the other half inning, but still 0-0 as both teams looking to get something going.
Yeah, just an unfortunate play on the bases. Like I said, that was a tough one. Appo's had some chances. They've had runners on in both, and multiple runners on in both innings, just unable to finish. And Caravel, has the only hit in the game there by Brobes, and they got some runners on. So, what's the word we used last night? Opportunity.
As that one's in there for a strike from Savannah Sheets. 1-2 the count. As I believe we're back to the top of the order for the Jaguars. I believe it's Andrea Johnson.
Oh, on this side, yes, it is Johnson. And she walked her first time up.
And the pitch from Sheets.
Yeah, this girl has a good eye, and that's what you need in a leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Don't take a lot of pitches, let her teammates see the pitches and see what the opposing pitcher's got. She's at 4 pitches already in this at-bat. She walked in the last at-bat, so she sees a lot of pitches.
The 2-2 pitch. This one a little bit Yeah, try to get there with the changeup low and outside. So now we're full count here at 3-2. And from last week's game against the MJ Senior for that one Thursday, it took them about 3 times through the lineup until they were able to get in rhythm with Delaney Sheehan.
Nick called strike, and
that one is strike
Johnson's
3.
not happy with that call. You see her talking to the umpire. She spun out of the way, but she must have been right on top of that plate.
So after the strikeout, that'll bring up the shortstop, Taylor Vitola.
0 for 0 with a walk.
I believe she even ended up on third base in that first inning.
She did, and that's where she went to. That's where she made her final rest.
As Savannah Sheets with the windup and the pitch. That one in there, I guess, a little bit low for a ball. So 1-0 to start for Taylor Vitola. As we are now 23 moments away from, as that one's fouled off by Vitola, so 1-1.
So Nick, before the game, the Appo girls were hitting here in the batting cages off the tees, and Vitola was doing a slap hitting off the tee. So that's her thing, you know.
Yeah. So we have a 1-1 count here, still to her, as Sheets the pitch, and that one's to the shortstop. Bree Bryan scoops it up, tries to make the play at first, but not in time.
How about that speed?
As Taylor Vitola able to beat it out there.
That's the first hit of the game for the Jags. Well, Bree Bryant really made a nice play on that, too. She got rid of that ball quickly, just not
much
quick
you can
enough,
do with
right?
that speed. So that puts a runner on first for the Jags. 1 down, and that'll bring up Mallory Veer, the catcher. She made a nice play behind the plate in the last inning on defense. We'll see what she can do here on offense. That one is fired in for a strike from Savannah Sheets.
Sun going down. I can feel the temperatures are going down with it.
Still a nice day. I'll take it over last week any day of the week, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Still a beautiful day here. You can tell again with great support for this matchup as she's going to try to go, and she's going to get there, and that's going to get past Bree Bryan, and now that's going to put Vitola all the way at third base for the Jags after the overthrow at second.
So 1 out, runner 70 feet away. This is kind of opportunity that you got to take advantage of. So you got 2 chances here. Weir grounded out. I'm sorry, she was hit from fielder's choice. She grounded to second base. She gets up the middle like that this time. With the speed that Vitola has, Appo goes up 1-0, but we'll see.
1-1 pitch.
As she grounded that one down the third base line, but foul.
So now 1-2 the count. So an opportunity if you're Savannah Sheets in the Bucks defense is you'll be looking for the strikeout or something here where you can keep that runner on third. And if you're on the other side, if you're Weir, you're looking to put that ball in play. So we'll see. Here we go. The pitch from Sheets. Looks like it just missed, I guess, a little bit high. Like you said, tough view here from all the way out here in right field, but I'm giving you my best, my best sight.
Well, when we get our portable 302 press box, we'll be good.
The pitch is this one's sliced down the first baseline.
Good job staying alive there for Weir. She was tell she wasn't comfortable with that pitch and just did enough to fight it off and hit it off the first base dugout.
So 2-2 still to count here. For Valerie Weir, the pitch again fouled off once again. She's staying alive here, Mike, and that's what you got to do. So 2-2 as Weir's staying alive against Savannah Sheets. We'll see what Sheets dials up this time. Vitola still on third for the Jags. 1 out. And the pitch.
And that's going to do it. That's going to get the run
Ground
home.
ball to third. Will score the run as the play is made by Courtney Brose, but not going to save the run, though, as Appo gets on the board here in the third inning with a run after the Vitola single. Was able to steal second, get to third on the overthrow, and then finds herself home there.
She hit it soft enough where Brooks really couldn't pull it up and throw home. And it was just not with the speed that Vitola had down there. So a good job by Weir. You know, you thought maybe she'd have to go up the middle, but the soft ground to the third base just as good, and it's 1-0.
And now that brings up Brooke Miller, the first baseman, as that one's fouled off down the third baseline. So 0-1 the count to start, and Appo getting up early here, 1-0 in the third. We saw DMA do the same thing last Thursday against Caravel. I believe they went up 1-0 in the fourth or 2-0 in the fourth inning. And the pitch from Sheets, that one going to be low as it bounces over the plate. 1-1 the count. So the pitch from Sheets. That one a little bit low as well, 2-1. And that one fired in there. A little bit low again there, so Sheets back-to-back pitches low, puts the count at 3-1 for Brooke Miller. The senior. Mike alluded to her power earlier in the pitch. She hits it to shortstop. Bree Bryant can scoop it up, fire over to first, and gets her. Nice clean play by Bree Bryant at short, and that'll do it for the top of the third. Appo, though, getting on the board as Taylor Vitola able to steal second and then find herself home on the ground ball to third. We'll be right back after this on 302 Sports.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image.
Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Ryan Colasani, Leonard Evans. And we are live here from Caravel, 1 versus number 2. Battle of the Unbeatens here in the state of Delaware softball. It's Caravel and Appoquinimink. And Ryan, it's been a great game so far. Appo, though, able to hop on the board 1-0 in that last inning. Off the air on the throw to second, but both two great pitchers here so far. As now we're going to see McNatt again, as she'll step to the mound with a 1-0 lead. And that's the thing, if you're Appo, you wanted to give her a lead, and they've given her a 1-0 lead. Now you predicted double-digit strikeouts. Is 1-0 all? Is that 1-0 all they're going to need here?
I don't know. I think I need a little bit more with this high power.
Need some insurance runs.
Yeah, it's a high-powered offense for Caravel. So I think I need a little more, but Courtney McNatt can really hold it down.
And that pitch was fired in there, just missing, though, for a ball. As that one is in there, that one's fouled off down the first baseline. Is almost got to it, but just couldn't. Was Jillian Dawson in right field, but it'll drop foul. So 1-1 the count to start. And we were picking up, I believe, with Amanda Stoll, the left fielder, or excuse me, Mackenzie Brown, the center fielder. I believe, Ryan, we'll see if your eyes are like mine. I believe it's number 8, Mackenzie Brown, or excuse me, number 16. As more contact is being made, and that's something we've seen as the game has gone on and on, is more contact. As we got some more visitors coming over, Allie Taylor and Mrs. Terry Taylor of the DIAA, what we find ourselves in such high prestige presence. Thanks for taking the time to come out and support softball. Absolutely. We love perfect day. You see the crowd here. We were just talking about everyone coming out, and that's what it's all about, coming out and supporting high school sports. As that pitch is swung on and missed from Mackenzie Brown, and McNatt getting another strikeout, Ryan, as she's one step closer to your double-digit prediction.
It's making me look good. Yeah, but she can really fire the ball in there, and she really changes eye level with her pitches, as we saw in the first inning, too. She's one of the rising stars here in Delaware.
And that pitch to lead off. This batter is in there for a strike, so she's good at getting ahead in the count. As that one is in there for a strike to Gianna Iannoni, batting 9th here for Caravel, if we are so, in fact, in track. with the batters. I believe that's a 33. Yep, I believe it is Gianna Iannoni.
You're right on it.
So we're good so far. And the pitch from McNatt. That was good contact, dribbling into the gap, and that's going to fall into center field for a single from Giannoni. So making contact off Courtney McNatt there, Ryan, and now Caravel got a runner on.
Yeah, and you see, good effort by Burrell to get out, try to catch that ball, but just out of her reach there, and great hitting there.
Perfect spot there. She was able to float that one into the outfield just over the head of the second baseman, Madison Bowerly. So that'll bring up Bree Bryant, the top of the order for Caravel, someone where they might look to get something going now with a runner on, one out. And here's the shortstop, Bree Bryant. The pitch to her a little bit high for ball one. And Ryan, just 12 minutes until the start of the 2018 NFL Draft live on ESPN, I believe. And the pitch from McNatt is in there for a strike, so 1-1 the count.
I've been saying it all along. Saquon, number 1. Pick 'em Cleveland. Don't mess it up.
Cleveland with the 1-4 pick in this year's draft. The pitch from McNatt is a shot to shortstop. A fielder there. They're going to go to try to turn two as they're unable to get Bryant at first, but a great play at shortstop by Taylor Vitola, who scored the run for the Jags, and they'll get the force at second. So 2 down, Bree Bryant on first, and that brings up the second baseman, Natalie Paoli, for the Bucks.
Yeah, see, just try to get on base here and put it in there for the middle of the order, come up there and get in some RBIs.
That pitch from McNatt a little bit high. So 1-0 to start here for Natalie Paoli. She made a nice play at second earlier. As she takes this one into right field, Dawson going to run on and make the catch. And that'll do it here for the third inning. So after 3, Appo gets on the board 1-0. And when we come back, we'll have fourth inning action here live from Caravel Academy on 302 Sports.
Check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasanti, Jason Winchell, and Leonard Evans, as well as Terry Taylor and Allie Taylor also back here with us in right field. As this matchup has been everything we thought it would so far. After 3 innings, we're here in the top of the 4th. A 1-0 lead for Appoquinimink as Taylor Vitola was able to get on with an infield single, find her way to third base on the steal of second in the air, and then fielder's choice on the run. And they're up 1-0 here, and Appo back up as well as the pitch from Savannah Sheets is in for a strike as we are now underway in the 4th inning.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Got pitcher's duel here in this game. Something that we kind of expected. 2 really great pitchers.
That one's slung on to second base. Quick play and a nice play by Natalie Paoli to make the play. As Alicia Bruce grounds out. So the Taylor's going to have to take off here as they've got bigger fish to fry. As we are 1 out now.
Yeah, they got.
For Autumn Gentry now, It was the hitter for Appoquinimink with 1 out.
Who was that batting? Appo? That was Caravel, right? Appo's back. So this is the top of the...
So Autumn Gentry, the sophomore.
You had a strikeout.
And that pitch from Sheets. Unable to find the strike zone, so 1-2 the count, 1 down here in the top of the 4th. As like you said, Ryan, starting to get a little bit chillier here, but still a great night for softball, as that pitch from Sheets also unable to find the strike zone.
It's better than pouring rain, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
better than rain and cold, that's for sure. 2-2 now, the count evened up here for Gentry. She'll swing and foul this one off to stay alive, so 2-2 still.
Yeah, kind of got gymmed up there.
Mm-hmm.
See a short tapper there. Just foul it off, get another pitch.
And here's a pitch. A half swing there, but no go. They'll check down to first, and they'll call her safe. As they'll say, she held up. So that gives us a full count, Ryan. 3-2 to Gentry. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on to shortstop. Bree Bryant makes the clean play and the throw over to first, and she gets her. Another great play by Bree Bryant at shortstop for the 2nd out here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of work over there at shortstop. Making really good plays out there.
And that'll bring up the right fielder, Jillian Dawson, making a play in the last inning as well. So she'll step to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah, see. Try to just get on base and see if you can't score some more here before the inning ends.
So Savannah Sheets only giving up that 1 run in the last inning. She was in a duel with that last Thursday as that pitch misses all the way up until, Ryan, you weren't here, but I think we're good. Oh, no, hello, Tess, are we good? Thought we had technical difficulties. I was wrong, as that's dribbled to third, and that play will be made by Courtney Brobst, and she'll get the out, and that'll do it here for us in the top of the 4th. We're heading to the bottom 4 here. 1-0 lead for Appoquinimink over Caravel. From Caravel with bottom 4 inning action between the Battle of the Unbeatens, number 1 versus number 2, Caravel and Appoquinimink. 1-0 lead here for Appo as they scored that run in the 3rd. And here we are in the bottom of the 4th as Caravel trying to answer and tie up this game or get something going, as they've been unable to get anything really going offensively here in tonight's game. But like we said last week, they couldn't get anything offensively going until the bottom of the 7th, and that's when it all erupted here. So we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out, as McNatt will take the mound again and slings it in there. It looks like Wow and a ball. Looked like a strike to me, Ryan, from out here. But like I said, I'm wrong half the time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That one looked nice right down the middle, but I guess not.
So 1-0 count. I believe it's Maddie Perez at the plate as she swings on and fouls that one off.
Yeah, that was high. Went high, and she passed up on that first pitch there. That got called a ball, but that looked a little bit better to hit than the one that she just swung at.
So 1-1, and like Jason, like you said, she's been throwing that pitch a lot tonight, and people have had trouble laying off it. As she tries it again there, it's a little bit of a rise ball coming at her. You think she could throw that rise ball, Ryan? Is that what it looks like?
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's, and as a hitter, you see that, and your eyes just light up until it goes right over you.
And that extra heat that she puts on, it definitely helps as she fires that one in. And every pitch, we can hear the slap of the glove from the catcher all the way out here in right field. She's really firing these pitches in there. But here she finds herself behind in the count, 3-1 to Maddie Perez from Caravel. So let's see what Maddie Perez can do here. As Caravel, like I said, trying to get something going. And that one, though, she fires in for a strike. So a much-needed strike for her that time. 3-2 now. We have a full count.
Yeah, I would not want to catch her. I hear that glove popping every single time. That's why I quit catcher. That's why they moved me to second base.
Yeah, like I said, that is really. And now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and popped straight up. It'll be made, and that's a nice play made by the third baseman, Andrea Johnson. She'll make the catch on Perez's foul ball. So one down here now in the bottom of the fourth, as that'll bring up Nikki Marcone, one of the heroes from last Thursday's game.
Yeah, she has a lot of pop in that bat. She can send one out of here very quickly.
So she'll step on. Solo shot last Thursday at Grand Slam as well. She's been on the 302 Sports top plays throughout the year. That one missing for a ball to start her off here. So 1-0 to count to Marcone. And the McNabb pitch. That one just missing a little bit outside. 2-0 to count.
Yeah, she's trying to paint the corners a little bit there. Trying to keep the ball out of the middle of the plate for the Caravel lineup.
And this time we'll fire it in there right down the middle for a strike to put the count at 2-1. The wind in the pitch, that one outside and a little bit low as well. Might have gotten away from her a little bit. Tried to get her to chase. She doesn't. 3-1 now the count. As Caravel just looking to get a runner on here. And McCone, that pitch is swung on and drilled to deep center field, but what a catch out there in center field by Isabella Lazar. And the Jaguars showing it off on here on defense.
That was a beautiful catch. Saves what looks like a home run.
And could have been a play of the week nominee, as there's so many people around the fence side missed almost the actual catch, but great way to track that ball all the way back to the warning track and make the catch right at the fence. Great play right there by Isabella Lazar. Now this one swung on to shortstop, and that'll do it for the inning. So I blink there, and Napo ends the inning. 1-0 still the score here, live from the Caravel Academy for number 1 versus number 2. We'll be right back with the 5th inning after this.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
Welcome back to Caravel.
What did I miss?
Yeah, welcome back, Mike Lang, going around doing some journalism activities.
I had to kick Lou Gehrig out here. I felt like Wally Pipp there, Nick. Like I wasn't going to get Nick. Did we just have new rankings come out last night for softball? Yeah, we did.
We did.
And who was ranked in softball? Conrad? How about Padua 2, Conrad 0 today? That's a big win for the Pandas. They've had a rough stretch, but that's a nice win. On the road.
Wow.
On the road against the Red Wolves. Not an easy place to win, so Padua wins. Also in softball, the one we talked about last night, Jason, was the game we thought Newark Charter and Wilmington Charter. I wasn't there. Obviously, sounds like it lived up to the billing. Newark Charter 4, Wilmington Charter 3. So another win for the Patriots. They are on fire.
As that pitch is thrown in there for a strike by Sheets. And, yeah, Mike, 1-0 here. Appo able to get on the board. You saw that. And McNatt now, when you give Courtney McNatt a run, that's something you're looking to do if you're Appo. They did. And we asked Ryan earlier, he predicted double-digit strikeouts. I said, will they be able to hold on? Is one run all she'll need? So we'll find that out.
Yeah, that's tough to see if that ball would have been over the fence or not. It was close. But a great catch by Elazar. Here's a grounder to short. Nice play by Bree Bryant.
There she is.
What a great play.
We've seen her a lot here on the defensive end.
That's
today.
it. That's my one play-by-play call for the night because I was in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah,
so.
That's perfect. Bree Bryant throwing it off there.
So I don't think she's going to reach 10, but she's having a good night. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but she only has 4 strikeouts so far.
Getting some great help.
And she's getting some great defense behind her, though.
As Sheets fires that one in there for a strike.
So I know we gave you some baseball scores. I have one more to add, and that was Caravel played Newman Goretti out of South Philadelphia and was 2-0 win for the Buccaneers. So big win over the Catholic League team from Philly. Here's a ground ball to the pitcher.
Right back to Sheets. And she'll make the play and throw her out, Mike. So 2 down here early in the top of the 5th as Caravel looking to get a stop here and then get to hitting. But I guess they're not worried, as we talked about. Took them all the way to the bottom of the 7th last week until they decided to turn it on. And they were able to do so and win the game.
Yeah, no surprise that long fly ball came off the bat of Nikki Marcone. Yeah. But a better play by Elazar out there. Wow. And, basically running backwards and
great
caught it on
the ball there,
yeah, running and catching it as she's going into the fence. So that was a nice play by Elazar.
And now the pitch from Sheets a little bit inside.
And that young lady, Elazar, is a sophomore. That's a pretty young team we're looking at there for Apple. I just see 2 seniors on that roster, Brooke Miller and Andrew Johnson. Another one inside.
Sheen's trying to paint that inside corner. And she's fallen behind here, 3-0.
Kind of what we thought. I think, Nick, with this game would be a premium on opportunities and base runners tonight. And so far, Appo's been able to take advantage of one of their chances. And Courtney McNatt has done a good job with her defense of really neutralizing the big bats from Caravel and the speed. So it's just been a fantastic, a fantastic game as that was ball 4.
I believe it was Andrea Johnson able to get on with the walk. So Sheets puts a runner on for the Jags with 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
And you see the third baseman here, Ropes is in because this is Vitola.
Very speedy runner. We saw her score the only run here in this one for the Appoquinimink Jags. She was able to steal second, then advance to third on the air. And now she steps up to the plate with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Runner on first, and the pitch. Low for a ball.
Well, I thought maybe she offered it that one, but the umpire says negative. So you got the draft coming up. Is something going on tonight?
2018 NFL draft about to start here. And she's going to take off for second. A perfect throw by Perez. Or excuse me, Marcona, catcher today, Mike. And she can do it on defense and offense. She's able to make the throw and get the runner. And that'll do it here for the top of the 5th. When we come back, it's the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 lead for Appo here on 302 Sports.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
And welcome back to 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasanti, Jason Winchell, and Leonard Evans here in right field for this 1-versus-2 softball matchup. Both teams undefeated in a 1-0 lead here through 5.5 for the Appoquinimink Jaguars, the 2 seed, coming in to take on #1 seed Caravel at home, and been a great game so far. Mike.
Yeah, this is Caravel Softball Academy, the right fielder batting, and just about what you expect from 1 and 2. Not a lot of hitting. Here's a pop up to second base, and not a lot of base runners, not a lot of hitting. There were some walks in the game, but the pitchers maybe they were a little nervous, even though they're experienced. Get that out, and it's really been if you like crisply played defense and some good softball, you've seen a good one tonight, and. Obviously, this has drawn a lot of interest, live, because there are a lot of people here watching this one.
As McNatt fires that one in for a strike, it'll be now Amanda Stoll, the left fielder, after Savalak popped up to second base.
Yes, Stoll popped up to the catcher. Her first time up. That is Mallory Weir, the catcher.
And another great pitch by McNatt. This one just missing to even the count at 1-1. But like me and Ryan were talking about earlier, you can hear that slap of the glove on every pitch. She's really bringing that heat this time, left it a little bit high. So 2-1 count now to Amanda Stoll.
Yeah, like I told you, if I'm doing any catching, I'm sitting on the Home Depot bucket. My catching days are long in the past. I did a little catching back in Little League and Senior League, but that was many, many moons ago.
And that one low, so 3-1 now count to Amanda Stoll as McNatt is falling behind here in this one. Something we haven't seen her do often tonight.
Now, if you're Stoll, maybe you're just taking a picture trying to get on base because it's been a while since they've had somebody on.
And the pitch, of course, she swings on and drills that into left field. A great hit from Amanda Stoll. And maybe that'll get the Buccaneers rolling here in the bottom of the 5th.
Or maybe you don't take a pitch and you drill it to left
That's
field.
Happening a lot. I feel like this. It's real. The jinx is real.
Only Caravel's
all the time.
Second hit of the night, by the way. They had a single in the second inning, or in the second inning. That's right, by Brobst, and that single went about 6 feet.
And now,
okay.
Appo going to take a minute here to gather a little mound visit. They're going to bring the team in and talk it over with a runner on and, I believe, 1 out.
So I'm sorry, I missed the G.I. and only got a hit. We missed that one. I missed that one.
But now we get to see Mackenzie Brown coming up with 1 down, a runner on first. So now it's clutch time's coming up. As the NFL draft has gotten underway, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock.
Yeah, they're going to take Brian O'Neill. And with number 4, they're going to take Quadri Henderson.
I heard similar rumors from Adam Shepard this morning.
Okay, good luck to those two tonight, by the way. And Bilal Nichols, the 3 Delaware guys.
And the pitch from McNatt left a little bit high, 1-0 to get started again to Mackenzie Brown this time.
We know Brian is up in Wilmington, and Quadri, I believe, is back in Wilmington as well, and Bilal Nichols is in town, so good luck to the 3 of those guys.
And that one is fouled off.
Maybe next week we'll be talking about the 3 guys who are now on the will be signed by NFL teams.
Yep, absolutely.
With any luck.
So the pitch from McNatt, this one a little bit low, so 2-1 the count to Mackenzie Brown, still a runner on first for Caravel. One down here in the bottom of the fifth. They find themselves down 1-0. Brown slices that one down the first baseline and foul. So that evens the count up here at 2-2.
Key here is make sure you get one out. Prefer the lead runner, but you'll take either one. So if it's easier to get Mackenzie Brown on a ground ball, you take her. If not, if you can get stalled, that's preferable. That's wow, nice pick.
Diving play at second base and able to make the play is Madison Barley. We talked about her a couple times tonight, and there she is again with a nice diving play. And that might be a top playing nominee as well.
Like you said, if you can't get the lead runner, you take the hitter. And what a play there by Barley, just diving to her left and coming up with it. Unbelievable stab by the second baseman, and nice job by Ryan. Ryan doing a little of everything tonight for us.
That one's now swung on. It's Gianni Noni who had a hit last time, and that's going to be the play made in right field by Jillian Dawson. So no damage done again for Appoquinimink as they still have a 1-0 lead. We're heading to the 6th inning here on 302 Sports. Welcome back here to 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasani, Jason Winchell, and Leonard Evans. We are out in right field at Caravel Academy for this week's #1 versus #2 softball matchup here in the state of Delaware. Caravel and Appoquinimink, and through 5 innings, Appo with a 1-0 lead here over the home team and #1 ranked Caravel. And we are picking it back up here with top of the 6th inning action, Mike.
Yeah, I've seen Appo play offense, and tonight they're playing some defense. Even that catch there in right field by Dawson, it looked like maybe she struggled with the lights, or I don't know, maybe with the sky, which is not, it's not light, but it's not as dark as it can get. But whatever, she got down on her knees and made that catch and kept Caravel off the board, because Stoll would have scored on that running with 2 outs.
I believe it looks like Taylor Vitola is still up. Is that who's?
As a caught stealing, so
yeah,
right.
she would be. Right, so I wanted to make sure. Yep. So we are good to go here. Taylor Vitola leading off the inning for the Jaguars. She has also the only run scored in this one. And now 1-1 to count to start her off, as Savannah Sheets still on the mound for the Bucks.
And that was the definition of a manufactured run. We had a single, stolen base, third base on a throwing error, and she scored on a ground out. So get them home. That's what counts. It doesn't really matter how they get there.
That one misses low for Sheets. So now 2-1 to count for Taylor Vitola.
I mean, this is really what I expected here tonight. Maybe I expected a few more runs, and there's a slapper to shortstop, and that's Bree Bryant. Just got Vitola. That's two of the fastest players in the field right there, Vitola and Bryant.
Yep, and you have to make a perfect, quick, clean play, and Bree Bryant does so and able to get the out. She's been great at shortstop.
Yeah, I certainly didn't expect a lot of runs tonight, maybe more than one, but I really expected a clean game, except for 1 or 2 errors. It's been that, and it's been it's been a lot of fun to watch, and high caliber softball here tonight in beautiful Bear, Delaware.
So that'll bring up Mallory Weir, the catcher, as that one misses for a ball. So the pick is in, yeah. So we'll have our NFL draft analysts give the pick of the NFL draft when it is in fact released. And the pitch from Sheets is driven on into right field. That might just get down, and it does for a hit. Mallory Weir able to get on the single to right field.
Kind of inside out of that one. But it was enough to get over the second baseman and not far enough where the right fielder Softball could get to it. So Softball short hopped it. And see if Vapo can add some insurance here.
So that brings up Brooke Miller, the first baseman, and the senior.
Yeah, they got the meat coming up now.
And that pitch is low for Sheets, 1-0 to start.
4, 5, and 6 in the lineup, next 3 up. We talked about it with Appo, same with Caravel. You want to get the lead runner, but you want to make sure you get an out on the next play.
That one swung on and missed on the pitch from Sheets to even the count at 1-1. And that pitch is swung on and missed, so now 1-2.
Baker and Browns fans are mad.
I think that's a perpetual state of Browns fans is mad.
Right, so
Ever since that team came back to Cleveland 20-some years ago.
wow, Baker Mayfield #1 to the Browns. That one's drilled.
It was off the top of the fence.
Yeah, that hit the top of the fence. I thought it might have hit the coach or something too there.
No, it was a little bit higher than that. It was off the top of the fence.
I don't like that. You could have got Baker Mayfield before.
And as
So it looks like we know where Saquon Barkley's going, huh? And that foul ball goes the other way.
I think the Giants are going to take the defensive player or quarterback. They ain't going running back. See if I'm right.
Baker Mayfield not attending the draft this year either. So
Yeah, we'll see if he attends training camp. That is another foul ball.
So 1-2.
At home taking pictures with his jorts.
He,
Brett Favre reenactment.
I saw on Deadspin today where he declined. Mayfield declined to have an ESPN camera at his house.
Mm-hmm. Different approach than we usually see out of people in today's world. As that one is swung on, no contact made, but then can be fired.
And she
to
cannot
second.
run to first base on that play, Nick. Because there's a runner occupying first base. That is a strikeout.
Yep.
And the umpire is calling that. So Brooke Miller is out.
That's why we got you there, Mike and Jason. Great play there. So 2 down.
Now there's 2 outs. And if there's a runner on first with 2 outs, you can run. But with less than 2 outs, the base is considered occupied, and you cannot run. But now that's the runner in scoring position for Bruce. She's 0 for 2.
Alicia Bruce, the left fielder, the sophomore now. With the runner in scoring position, she'll step to the plate here at the top of the 6th. And the pitch from Sheets, a little bit high and inside for a ball.
So you may know where Ryan Cole-Santi is on the mock draft board.
He's down 0-1.
Oh, is that pitch too far inside, and that's going to make contact with Bruce, so that will put her on first. So runners on first and second for the Jags now, and that'll bring up Autumn Gentry.
So, Nick, I was at the Salesianum Appoquinimink today, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I know I mentioned it before we went on. Salesianum scored twice in the top of the 7th, and the same guy scored both runs.
You don't see that too much.
No, you do not. He came in as a courtesy runner for the catcher, scored a run, and then went in as a pinch runner. As soon as he scored, he went in as a pinch runner for the guy who had just hit and came around and scored again.
Wow.
How about that?
And now we're going to see
things that make you go, little conference at the mound.
We're going to see Caravel now meet at the mound to talk about it with 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the 6th.
Yeah, and Gentry is 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out. A lefty. So he's got a little bit of real estate down that left field line. If she can sneak one down there past Stahl, that would score 2. With 2 outs, the runners would be moving on anything.
And here's the pitch. And that one low to start off the count here, 1-0 for Gentry.
Baker Mayfield #1. Yeah. Cleveland are dumb.
Johnny Manziel.
Giants pick.
And that went a little bit high, so 2-1.
Giants pick is in. We'll see.
I think Giants took a linebacker out of North Carolina named Lawrence Taylor. You wait.
And this pitch?
Must have been a bit outside there.
That one, yeah.
So it's 3-1. So
They definitely could have gotten that forward. That was dumb.
no panic on the Caravel side here, but you don't want to get, you're down 1. It's not insurmountable. It's 1 run, but you don't want to be down 2 or 3.
Send them fruit baskets.
And there's the walk.
So that'll load the bases for the Jags here in the top of the 6th inning. There are 2 outs. I believe it's Jillian Dawson.
This is Jillian Dawson. 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Another lefty.
Saquon Barkley at number 2. Giants got him.
Not quite the power that some of the other batters have, but she can slap it right through there. You see Brobst up at third base.
And that pitch.
A little low.
Yeah, again, Sheets struggling to find the strike zone here as of late in this 6th inning. As there's still 2 outs, 1-0 now, the count to Dawson.
Dave Gelman.
Well, now she's got to throw strikes now. And there it is. Kind of hit that out of the catcher's mitt, sounded like.
So 1-1 now, the count for Dawson. With the bases juiced here in the top of the 6th. Appo looking to add some insurance runs to this lead. They saw what happened with DMA last week, and they're thinking, we can't let this, we got to get some more runs here. And the pitch from Sheets swung on, and a nice play by Sheets to field it and make the play herself. So that'll do it for the 6th inning. No damage done. 1-0 still the lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Caravel looking to get on the board after this.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers.
Welcome back to 302 Sports. It's now bottom of the 6th. Here live from Caravel and Appo battling it out here, Mike, and still 1-0 lead for Appo.
Yeah, what a great play by Savannah Sheets. She was on our plays of the week a couple weeks ago with a line drive right at her head that she turned into a double play. So good defense by both teams. Nick, we should mention tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Where are we going to be? Oh, about 100 yards that way, right at the football stadium here, Bob Peoples Stadium, for Padua and Caravel soccer. And then next Wednesday at Frawley Stadium, Salesianum, the visitors, against St. Mark's baseball at Frawley. That should be a good one, and it's going to be there's a game before that, so if you can get out and watch William Penn and Concord, you can see a doubleheader out of Frawley. And just keep your eye on our social media and our website, and just if you see us, and we know, we'll tell you where we're going to be. If you want us to come out and cover your team, get in touch with us, and we'll see what we can make happen. We try to get to as many different schools as we can.
And you guys do a great job of that, absolutely.
As our scheduling coordinator over here, that's a lot of work that we put into this, and Jason puts more work in it than a lot of people. So we'd like to get to every school in Delaware if we could. So.
McNabb fires that one. It's fielded at third base. The throw is in time. And a nice play there at third.
That's
Andrea Johnson.
Johnson, yeah. That's not easy. That was Bryant. And she's the fastest girl on the team. And beat her by a step.
So that'll bring up Natalie Paoli, the second baseman, here in the bottom of the sixth, one down. As Appoquinimink just 5 outs away from taking down the #1 ranked team in Delaware. McNatt the pitch outside.
Caravel players still giving it their all. They're cheering hard, but
I mean, and like we talked about, same thing last Thursday. We sat here when it was way more cold outside, but with 2-0 score heading into the bottom of the seventh, and then Caravel scored 3 runs in the bottom of the seventh to win that game. So after that, nothing would shock me, so I'm going to wait in because I'm going to strap in and just wait to see what happens in this one. This pitch from McNatt a little bit low there in the dirt for a 2-1 count. So Natalie Paoli.
And we have timeout, a loose ball here by the fence. Another nice play in right field.
Yeah, looks like we have a switch up in the lineup there.
Yeah.
For Appo. As that ball is crushed into center field, back
off
at
the
the
fence.
wall and off the top of the fence for Natalie Paoli. And that's going to be a stand-up double and almost similar timing to last week. They did it in the seventh, but then it started a little bit earlier here tonight in the sixth as Paoli gets the stand-up double off the left center fence.
Yeah, Ryan mentioned it. That was 6 inches from going over the fence, and Elazar got back and nearly got to that one too, but it bounced off the fence and rolled back towards toward the infield. And Paoli pulled in at second base and threw on the brakes. You don't want to be running yourself into any kind of outs here with 1 out and a tying run at second base.
So 1 down, runner on second now here in the bottom of the sixth. That brings up Maddie Beres, who can hit the ball. And then after her, Nikki Marcone. So this heart of the lineup for the Buccaneers coming up to the plate here soon.
Nice try there by Elazar, but that one she just couldn't get to.
So now the tying run in scoring position. As Appo will talk about it, they'll huddle on the mound here. Talk logistics of this one as McNatt, who has been great tonight, gives up the deep double there to Natalie Paoli. And if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining us here on 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Ryan Colasani, and Leonard Evans on tap for this one. #1 versus #2, Caravel and Appo. Both teams have yet to find the loss column this season. And here's a pitch from McNatt with a runner in scoring position. And now it's Maddie Beres, the first baseman, coming up at a critical time in this one. 1-0 game, tying run on second, 1 down in the bottom of the sixth for the Bucks. That one, McNatt fires in there. Looks like that would just miss. So 1-1. And we'll have now Ryan with our third pick.
The New York Jets, they select Sam Darnold. Browns let him fall.
So Sam Darnold to the Jets at 3 in the NFL. And this pitch from McNatt just missing again, Mike. Now 2-1 the count to Beres.
Well, here's where you find out what your pitcher's made of. She's only a sophomore. You can keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been through some big situations, and we'll see another one low.
Pitch is a little low and inside, so now 3-1 the count.
And she's got to deal with Marcone, who hit the ball to the fence last time and almost put one out of here in the fourth inning.
And she very, very clutch. The home run in the bottom of the seventh last week. And she sits on deck, but now it's Beres with a 3-1 count. 1 down here. The pitch swung on. Drill. That's going to be a single into center. Paoli's going to round third, head for home. It's going to be cut off by McNatt. And then that'll lead to Beres finding herself at second. And now it's 1-1. We're all tied up here in the sixth. As Caravel again, we're seeing him turn it on late in the game once again. As Paoli led off with a stand-up double, and then a nice single shot into center field for Maddie Beres, who then made it to second on the throw home. And now that brings up Nikki Marcone with 1 down and a runner in scoring position for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Beres just she smacked that ball. There was no chance. And a great jump there for Paoli. and there was no play at home plate. And it was unfortunately, if the cutoff person had been able to field it, if they fielded that cleanly, that cutoff throw, they had a chance to get Barris to second, but she takes second base.
And you heard that Caravel crowd go wild after that single, and they're a lot of, we've talked about it a couple of times tonight, but it's gotten more and more packed. I don't think anybody's left for sure.
This is another lefty.
And great weather brings out a lot of people, and it's a great night for softball. Couldn't have a better night than this for this matchup, and it's brought out the masses, as this place is here at Caravel is indeed packed all the way around. And now we are all tied up 1-1 as we might have a pitching change here for Appo, as they're going to bring in Autumn Gentry, the sophomore, who was batting but not playing in the field. She'll now be brought in, and she'll take the mound for McNatt, who up until this point has had a spectacular outing.
Yeah, we're watching Gentry warm up, and this is not her first time in the hill or in the circle this year. She throws not as hard as Courtney McNatt, but they just need strikes here. And if you're Nikki Marcone, you got to be looking at, well, I got the speed of McNatt out of there.
Yeah.
So I've got Gentry, who doesn't throw quite as hard. Maybe I can inflict some pain again, which is she's specialized at this year. And extend this lead. We got 2 runners on for the Bucks.
And Jason talking about next to us, maybe Marcone didn't want to maybe see McNatt for the, or excuse me.
Oh, you know what? I think they walked Marcone. They walked her.
Up, so they'll intentionally walk her.
Yeah, they put up the 4, so she's already on.
So she's already on. That brings up Courtney Brobes, the third baseman, as that one is pulled back last second.
I'm wondering where that runner for first base came from.
So first and second now, 1 down, tie game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gentry now on the mound for the Jags, and it'll be Courtney Brobes at the plate for the Bucks, as that one comes in a little bit high. 2-0 to start for Gentry.
So another pitcher warming up down here, but she's not on the roster.
Secret players coming out for Appo here as Gentry fires that one in.
Maybe she's just getting some could be a JV player just getting some warm-ups in, who knows.
And Gentry, though, starting out here 3-0, so 3 balls to start her pitching here in this one. 1-1 still the score, first and second, and now the pitch.
Slowed that one down.
Yeah, that one, though, looked right down the middle, and it was. So 3-1 now the count to Brooks.
Now, and we mentioned to see people lining the fence in the outfield here, this is just great. Here's a pop-up.
It's going to be to second base.
And that is an infield fly. So
reeled in by Barley. So now 2 down and a chance as Gentry and Appo looking to get out of this one without giving up the lead. Looking to keep this one 1-1 to head into the 7th. But if you're Caravel, on the other hand, now in steps Kayla Soblock with a runner in scoring position. 2 runners on with 2 outs.
So the base umpire's right arm go up immediately, signaling the infield fly. Batter is out. Runners made fans at their own risk, should there be any shenanigans by the fielders, such as dropping a ball intentionally, which is why they have that rule.
As that one came in a little high, so 1-0 to start as well. Now 2-0 to Soblock. So a big at-bat here. The pitch from Gentry. Gets in there for a strike, so a much-needed strike there for her. Puts the count at 2-1. Still 2 down, 2 men on. 2 runners on for Caravel.
Outfield's playing pretty deep here.
As that one swung on and popped up to first base. It'll be in foul territory, but it won't matter as Brooke Miller makes the catch. So Caravel ties the game up at 1 here in the 6th. We're heading to the 7th, 1-1 on 302 Sports. sports. It's now the 7th and final inning here, live from Caravel, and the Cleveland Browns shocking the world again as they're going to take cornerback from Ohio State, Denzel Ward, with the 4th pick in the 2018 NFL
So what are they going
draft.
to be, 2-14 next year?
So Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward, the 2 picks.
They'd have been better off with
Cleveland.
Denzel Washington.
But
because he can act and he's good looking.
Bigger fish to fry here at Caravel. 1-1 game between number 1 ranked Caravel and number 2 ranked Appoquinimink. And it is now the 7th inning, tied 1-1, Mike.
Yeah.
And now Savannah Sheets back out on the mound for Caravel.
Yeah, facing Bowerly.
And Madison, we've seen Madison Bowerly, the freshman, make some great plays at second base tonight. We'll see if she can do something here on offense in the 7th inning.
She has been on base tonight with the hit by pitch. Also grounded out. Appos had their share of base runners tonight, just getting the 1 run across in the 3rd inning.
And the pitch. That one, I guess, just missing again, and now we're going to have a mound visit as Marcone's going to go talk to Sheets. 3-0 to start for Bowerly.
Just a reminder, Nick, every Wednesday we do our 302 Sports Weekly, and, you know, if you have any video highlights that you want to send us that we could consider for Plays of the Week, send them to 302sports@gmail.com as there's ball 4. And we will put you in the hopper and see if we can get you on the show. It's a show for the people.
By the people, for the people.
Yeah. Every Wednesday, usually 7 o'clock at Hooters.
So now it should be Isabella Lazar is going to lay down the bunt to advance the runner.
Shoot, barely.
And she will, as just making the throw in time. It's actually, Lazar. So now that'll take us to the back of the top of the lineup. Andrea Johnson will step back up to the plate for Appa with a runner in scoring position as Bowerly now on second on the sacrifice with 1 down now here in the top of the 7th.
Johnson, 2 walks tonight, so she's been on base twice. And a strikeout in her other appearance. So has not put the ball in play yet. See if she gets it in the outfield, they have a chance to get that go-ahead run. The outfielders are fairly deep. The kids are out tonight. Savannah, she'll be a dog on the loose. He just ran over to say hi to the folks.
So 2-0. A little mental lapse there, huh?
That was a 2-0 pitch. Fouled off.
Fouled out and off. Yeah, it was a 2-1 for Gentry. So like you said, Mike, top of the order, runner in scoring position, and Caravel battling back once again for the 2nd straight week. They found themselves down as we've hit the 6th inning, able to tie this one up already, and now we're in the 7th, and Savannah Sheets still on the mound, looking to get out of this one. It's swung on and drilled into left field. That's down the line and fair. Bowerly's going to come around to score, and Gentry going to held up at second with a stand-up double, and right when they needed it, Andrea Johnson delivers with a huge shot down the left field line.
Boy, how that ball got down there in no time. Holy cow, did she hit that ball.
Andrea Johnson, the senior leadoff hitter.
That brings home Bowerly. Wow, she smoked that one. Probably the best hit of the night for Appo. And she just killed it.
And that'll bring up Taylor Vitola with 1 down here now in the top of the 7th.
That's a good answer by Appo. They gave up that tying run there in the bottom of the 6th. And what a big hit by Johnson. And there's Vitola getting 1 down the third base line, but it's foul. And the count's 0-2.
And now we'll take time to tell you about Unique Image. Unique Image is a full-service custom products company offering everything from apparel to promotional products that actually drives results to graphic design and vehicle wraps, plus so much more. Visit us on the web at uniqueimage.org or stop by our showroom, conveniently located in the Mills Creek Shopping Center at the intersection of Kirkwood Highway and Limestone Road. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Good job there, Nick. Get that. And Unique Image does all of the 302 Sports apparel. And you know what? Everywhere we go with our apparel, turns heads.
Yeah,
everywhere.
The hats especially.
Yeah, the hats. People love the hats.
As Vitola slices that one fouled on the third baseline.
She tried to punch that one.
Hoodie now, right on it now.
She tried to punch that one over the head of Brobstander at third base. Unable to get it to into fair territory, but a great idea with Brobst playing about 40 feet away, just to kind of poke it over. Another run here would be huge. And you see how close in the outfield is.
And the pitch from Sheets, Vitola going to lay off it. So 2-2 the count. Still one down here in the top of the seventh. Thanks for joining us on 302 Sports.
7, 8, 9 coming up for Caravel in the bottom of the inning. Stahl, Brown, and Iannoni.
And that one low again as Sheets trying to find the strike zone, and we're all 3-2 here for a full count for Taylor Vitola. Sheets and Vitola here going at it in the seventh inning. One down, runner in scoring position for the Jags.
Yeah, single to the outfield is going to be really difficult to score on.
So we'll see the pitch.
Vitola's never going to pull a ball swinging like that.
Bree Bryant makes the play at shortstop.
I think she came off the bag, and she did.
She did come off the bag, so Vitola will be called safe at first, and now runners on the corners. One down here in top of the seventh. And in steps Mallory Weir. So Appo showing back up here in the seventh inning. Didn't want to be the victim like DMA was in last week's seventh inning. They're going to go on the attack in this seventh inning, and they take the lead, and now have runners on the corners with one down.
Another meeting at the mound for the Bucks.
And here's Ryan Colasani with our NFL draft.
With the number 5 pick in the NFL draft, the Denver Broncos select Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb out of NC State. And what is NC? Oh, that's where our guest from the 302 Sports Weekly, Tony Wiest, is going next year.
Yep.
He's going to be a member of the Wolfpack.
Stars in the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
They breed stars. So he falls to 5. Mayfield goes 1. Denzel Ward goes all the way at 4.
He's got to be a happy guy playing for the Broncos and not the Browns.
Alongside Von Miller on that defensive line. That's going to be scary. As we're back here at Caravel and Appoquinimink softball. Now it's Caravel talking it over with one out here at the top of the
This is a long meeting at the mound.
Yep. And like we said, a huge crowd on hand here tonight at Caravel Academy. Everywhere you look, there's people like, couldn't ask for a more beautiful night. It's a perfect night to come out. But even if you're back home, listening to 302, that's what we're here for. So thank you for that. And now we're set to get back underway now with one down. Top of the seventh, 2-1 lead for the Jags. They also have runners on the corners for Mallory Weir, the catcher.
Yeah, the 3-hole hitter coming up. So with Weir and Miller and Bruce, it's an opportunity to really break this thing open. I expect to see Vitola going here.
And
she's looking runnerish.
And she's going to take off the pitch.
Yeah, no play.
Again, just missing, it looks like, for Sheets.
To call that defensive indifference.
So 1-0 the count to start off here for Mallory Weir.
Of course, now 2 runners in scoring position. And we understand why Caravel, I mean, there's really no sense. Vitola she can fly. She's going to get second anyway. And you just throw the ball, you get a chance of throwing it away. Yeah, if they throw to second, there's it's almost more things can go wrong than can go right for Caravel. So let her go to second.
And 2-0 to start it off for Weir. As Sheets looking to try to limit that damage to just one run here. That's the best case scenario for the Bucks. As that one slung on and drilled to first base.
Oh, coming home, nice play.
A nice play there at first base by Maddie Barres, who's able to throw it down to Marcone, who makes the tag and gets the out. So now we're looking again at runners in the corners. Now 2 down here in the seventh, but a great play there. Great heads-up play by Maddie Barres.
Yeah, you're tempted just to take 2 steps to the left and get it out at first base, but realizing the gravity of the situation in the 7th inning. You're down 2-1. Appo has not given up much offensively tonight for allow Caravel to do much offensively. And with Brooke Miller coming up, you want to get that run, and she made a great throw right into the slide. So that's a fielder's choice.
So now
the
two
first and
outs
third
for Brooke Miller, and runners on the corners. That one going to bounce over the plate for a ball. So now the Caravel defense just needing one more out to get out of this inning and head to the plate down 1 run. But runners on the corners still for the Jaguars and looking to do more damage with Brooke Miller at the plate. And the pitch from Sheets. Again, just to mention, she's struggling to find that strike zone with these last couple batters, and she finds herself down the count again, 2-0. So 2-0 to Brooke Miller, swung on and fouled off.
CC Weir not running for first here. She's not quite the speedster that Vitola is on. That's a wild pitch, but
I think she might have tipped that one.
Oh, yeah, foul ball.
So 2-2.
And with the 6th pick in the NFL draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Quinn Nelson, guard out of Notre Dame.
So the Colts making a pick of what they believe one of the best players still on the board there at 6, and they take Quentin Nelson, who's supposed to be one of the best offensive linemen in this draft, as that pitch is a little bit high.
There goes
now
Weir.
Full count. So Weir will take second and third now for Appa with 2 outs and a full count. So the runners will be taken off here. Full count, 2 outs for Sheets and Weir. Or not Weir, excuse me. That pitch is on and swung on and missed. Brooke Miller unable to make contact on that one. And Caravel gets out of it, but not without giving up the go-ahead run. Appa regains the lead 2-1. When we come back, it's bottom of the 7th action on 302 Sports.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors.
And welcome back to 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Ryan Colasanti, and Leonard Evans. And we are live here in right field for #1 versus #2, Caravel and Appo, in what has been a great game so far, Mike. Both teams undefeated this season, and they're squaring off tonight in a 2-1 game as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Not a ton of offense, but the last complete inning with the last of the bottom of the 6th, top of the 7th. You've seen a lot of you've seen a lot of activity out on the bases and some timely hitting. Excuse me. The double by Johnson. I might be at the doctor for the rest of the week. Who knows? The double by Johnson sailed down that left field line. He's got to the fence in a hurry. Right now, that is the difference in the game. That double that scored. Madison Barrel, he's had a great game.
And that pitch is thrown in there for a strike to start off the bottom of the 7th for Gentry. And it'll be Amanda Stoll leading off the inning here for Caravel as they're down a run, 1-1 now the count to her. And this is where, Mike, the magic happened last Thursday. Same exact day, last Thursday, same exact time. And they scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. That one, though, is going to be caught at first.
Kind of a half swing there and almost got through.
And Brooke Miller makes the catch just for the first out of the inning. So now just 2 more outs remain for Caravel.
It's going to be Mackenzie Brown, the center fielder's 0 for 2.
So Mackenzie Brown, like you said, Mike, will step up to the plate now. One down as they're looking to get someone aboard here. Somebody traded.
The Bills moved up. They're going to drop out.
So one down now for Mackenzie Brown. The pitch is in there for a strike.
So Gentry, she's done a nice job since she's come in. You know, she doesn't throw quite as hard as McNatt. She still throws hard. McNatt was just losing the strike zone a little bit. Oh, kind of, that one was a little high, maybe intentional, but you know, Gentry's done a good job. A pair of sophomores pitching tonight for the Lady Jags, and that's impressive.
Yeah.
This is the premier program in Delaware. It's a ground ball to second, and that's 2 outs.
Fielded cleanly by Madison Barrel. He's keeping up that great defensive effort she's put in tonight for the Lady Jags. And now just 1 out away from number 2, Appoquinimink, taking down number 1, Caravel. But I don't want to speak too soon. We all saw what happened last Thursday night. They went into the bottom of the 7th, down 2-0 to DMA. They found themselves victorious 3-2 in that one. Looking for some similar magic in tonight's matchup as they find themselves down 2-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. As that pitch from Gentry misses for a ball. And now it's Gia Iannone for the Bucks. She had a nice hit earlier in this one, looking to get on base now to keep the hopes alive for the Buccaneers in this one.
All right, Nick, I want to hand you over to my capable replacement here. I'm gonna head down to the sidelines, and who knows who our player of the game is going to be? You never know in this game. All right, here you go, Ryan.
Special thanks to Mike Lang. We'll be hearing from him soon, as well as that one sliced down to third base, and it will be, I believe, a foul ball. So Ryan, welcome back. You're in now. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 count for Gia Iannone for Caravel, and Caravel now find themselves with their backs against the wall. Number 1 team in the state, down 2-1 with only 1 out remaining here in this one.
I wouldn't count them out yet. They came back in another game, and I think they have a shot at doing it here.
Looking for similar magic. The pitch from Gentry is swung on, drilled to shortstop, fielded cleanly, and the throw, and that'll do it. A nice play at shortstop there by Taylor Vitola. She also scored a run in this one, and that'll do it. Number 2, Appo, takes down number 1, Caravel, 2-1 here live at Caravel Academy on this Thursday night. And a huge win for the Lady Jags, and that'll be Caravel's first loss of the season. They were able to escape one last Thursday against DMA. Not having the same thing here tonight as the Appo Jaguars were able to score a run in the 7th to regain that 2-1 lead that they gave up in the 6th, and they're able to hold on for a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, they were 2 really good teams. Caravel just couldn't scrape away with this pick, or I'm sorry, with this game here, like they did with DMA. Appoquinimink came up with some really clutch hits in the top of the 7th inning here. And with the 7th pick in the NFL draft after a trade, the Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen out of Wyoming, the quarterback.
So a big day for the Bills getting their what they hope to be their franchise quarterback, but a huge day for the Lady Jags as they pick up a win over number 1 ranked Caravel. Now, probably for next week, we'll talk to Jason, not sure yet, but they might be our number 1 team come next week, so congrats to them on this big victory. We're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we might have a little player of the game action coming for you here live on 302 Sports.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people,
And we are back here live on 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang, Ryan Colasanti, and Leonard Evans. And it's been a great game, Ryan, here tonight on a beautiful night in Bear, Delaware for this Caravel #1 versus #2 Caravel Appo game. And Appo went up 1-0. Caravel came back and tied it at 1. And then Appo didn't startle them. They were able to keep their composure. They score a run to go ahead in the 7th and are able to hold off Caravel in the bottom half of the inning to get the 2-1 victory. And now both teams now on the field. But for Appo, both teams coming into this game undefeated on the season. Now Caravel suffers that first loss, and Appo maintains the undefeated streak. They're now 9-0, and they'll be #1 atop the softball rankings come next week.
Yeah, and I think Appo saw what happened with the Caravel DMA game, and they just went out there and they said, that is not going to happen to us. They went out. Johnson seems like Johnson was the one that got the clutch hit there, brought in the game-winning run. And see, we got the specs on the Bills trade there. It looks like the Buccaneers will get the 12th overall and a 2018 second-round picks from the Bills, and the Bills will also get a 2018 7th-round pick. So not a lot to get Josh Allen there.
Yeah, so the Bills moving up. They've been in talks, I believe, for a while now trying to get up in the draft. They're able to do it to get Josh Allen at #7. So they trade with the Bucs to get Josh Allen at 7. And like you said, a big night for a lot of NFL stars, but a big night for the Lady Jaguars. They beat the #1 team in the state of Delaware. They now are the #1 team in the state of Delaware. In just a few moments, we'll have the player of the game with our own Mike Lang here for you, but just letting the teams finish up their post-game speeches after a big game such as this one. So we'll bring that to you shortly. And you watched the game, Ryan. You were here. You did it. We have a couple of player of the game nominations. Who do you think? I mean, just personally. I mean, not who we're gonna, just in your own head. Who do you think might have been player of the game? Because I know you were a big McNatt fan, and McNatt did pitch a great game.
I am a big McNatt fan. She did great. I mean, but I would have to give it to Johnson because, I mean, that was just a very clutch hit at a very clutch time, and she came up big when they really needed her, and that's something that you can't really teach. You can only you have that in your DNA.
And Andrea Johnson, a senior, also the leadoff hitter, so that's kind of right what I'm sure they expected of her to come in and do similar things, and she was able to do it tonight with a huge RBI double down the left field line. A huge double down the left field line to score the game-winning run. And we'll have Mike Langworthy there shortly here on 302 Sports. As the Bears pick is in, we'll get that to you when it's time. But again, thanks to everyone who joined us on 302 Sports. Really appreciate it, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, we had a great crowd here at Caravel. A lot of people came out and supported, so we thank those guys for coming out and supporting these two really good teams.
And be sure to stay with us this weekend. We'll have soccer coming at you tomorrow night, Caravel Padua, from here.
That's going to be a really good game.
Should be a great one there. Then baseball next week, lacrosse and baseball coming up this weekend. And what do you think, Ryan? There, go ahead with the pick.
We got with the 8th pick in the NFL draft, Roquan Smith, linebacker from Georgia.
So he'll be a Chicago Bear. Roquan Smith, welcome to Chicago.
Yeah, and that's a great pick for the Bears, too. Help out that defense. And it looks like we got Mike Lang coming with our player of the game.
Yeah, we're going to try to... Yeah, the good call there, Ryan, as Mike is coming over with our player of the game, and it is the third base, Andrea Johnson. Game-winning RBI down the left field line. A stand-up double to give Appo a 2-1 lead in the 7th inning. She's walking over with our Mike Lang right now. And we are going to have them with you in a couple seconds.
So Nick's going to get you a headset here. You can stay over on that side right there because here's your camera. All right, Nick. Just look right at the camera. Come on in a little bit. All right, here we go. Alrighty, Mike Lang with Andrea Johnson. You guys beat the Giant tonight, right? They were undefeated. You were undefeated. What was it like coming up here today? What was the whole atmosphere? It's not a long ride from Appo, but coming up today, what was the thought from the Jaguars making that trip up?
Our thought as a team, as a whole, we're ready to beat this team. We were going in here fully confident, like we knew we were going to beat this team.
It was 1-0 for a long time, and then Caravel scored there and tied the game up. It's 1-1. It was going through your head like, oh man, we were that close, or it's just like, hey, we just got to get a run. Let's go out there and score.
I knew my team was going to pull through and just had confidence in them.
So I know you mentioned down there that on your double, which reached the fence, by the way, in like 2 seconds, it was a shot. How close was that to being a foul ball?
It was pretty close.
I know you had a great look at it, so you said you knew when you hit it was fair, but it was hard for us to tell, obviously, from here what it was. But
it was really close.
So you get in there, and Courtney did a great job, as she has all season, and she just kind of lost a little bit of a command there in that fifth or sixth inning. Brought in Autumn Gentry. Talk about the job that Autumn did picking up for Courtney late in the game.
Autumn did an amazing job picking up. She was nervous going in, but we all had confidence in her, and we know she has confidence in herself, so she pulled that one. You
guys are 9-0, the last undefeated team in the state. How's that feel for Appo?
Feels great. Feels great.
And I don't know who your next game is. I didn't check the schedule, but I just we're going to go cliche on you here. You're going to take them one at a time and don't look past anybody. Right? Is that how you approach it?
Yes, that's how we approach it. Don't take anyone light because anybody with the right confidence can beat us.
All right, well, Andrea, great job defensively and offensively tonight. You're our player of the game on 302 Sports. Enjoy the short ride back across the canal, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, Andrea Johnson joining us here on 302 Sports. And here, I'll take the headset from you. Are we going to kick it back, or are we just going to take it out of here? All right, so that's going to do it tonight from Bear, Delaware, Caravel Academy. Remember, tomorrow night, right over there, it's Padua and Caravel Soccer. And we'll bring that to you live at 6 p.m. And keep your eyes on our schedules, and we'll tell you where we'll be. So once again, the final from Caravel Academy, it's Appo 2, Caravel 1. Good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.